Oh, hey, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna beat that son gun to death. He comes up in here again talking about he done bought another gun or something. I mean, I already told him before. I mean, if you ain't got the money, it don't matter if it's on deal or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. Anyways, hey, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, okay? I'm gonna do my nails.
Girl, he really trying to buy guns?
Yeah.
No, he better not.
Anyway. Oh, here that son gun is right now. Let me let you go, girl.
Okay, girl.
Hey, babe, I'm home. Oh, hey, babe. They's having a sale at the gun store. Buy one, get 3 free. So I know you said not to buy any more guns, but, you know, guns is plural, so I only bought one technically. What do you mean you bought another gun? We're good, right? Heck no, we ain't good. What do you mean we're not good? I done told you, if we ain't got the money, we just ain't got the money. You know, I don't have to take this. There's websites for guys like me. I don't have to be lonely. You ever heard of this little place called farmersonly.com? Don't nobody want to be with somebody that's all the time buying, spending all their money. You ain't bought any flowers. There's all kinds of women that love to be with me. They love all my gun purchases. They'd love to go shooting me, I'm sure. Trust me, they'd bring you back, I promise. That's it. I've had enough. I'm about to domestically abuse you. Where's my frying pan? No, I was kidding. Don't hit me. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is the much anticipated day. We're going to be rust bluing the 16 gauge Belgium made Browning shotgun. It's been something I've been looking forward to for a very long time. Finally getting around to do it. What I've done is I've purchased a product for a rust bluing solution. I've been in coordination with the guy that I bought it from, and he's been really helpful. He sent a kind of like a step-by-step instruction on how to do it. So this will be my first time rust bluing. Right now what we've done is I'm going to split this solution in half because one, I would like to have a shiny finish for one of my solutions, and then I'd also like to have just a normal standard finish. I have another gun I want to do, and I kind of want to compare and see what they're about. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to split the solution. It says for a 2-ounce bottle, add 1/4 of a teaspoon of ethyl alcohol, I believe, sold as Everclear. I didn't know that. That was what was in the instructions, so I appreciate the gentleman that told me that. What I did was I converted the ounces out to milliliters for the alcohol, because I don't know what 1/4 of a teaspoon is. At least I don't know what half of it is. I thought it was 1/8, but I was going to try to mix that into, I was going to try to put it in ounces, but it turns out it's just milliliters. So 1/4 of a teaspoon is going to be 0.6 milliliters. That's what I've already done. And so I'm going to split the solution. I'm going to go ahead and put this alcohol in here, and then we're going to pour this 2 ounces. We're going to mix it, and we're going to do 1 ounce. So that'll get us where we need to be at, and I can still conserve both of my solutions, stopping it right on the line. Okay. So this is the shiny. I want a shiny because I'm redoing this browning. I want it to pop and I want it to glow. So right now I'm going to go ahead and tap this, and then I'm going to get the parts. I will glove up. I also want to add that I spent a lot of time degreasing these parts and washing them in. First off, I did brake cleaner. I cleaned the parts in brake cleaner, and then I did 3 baths in naphtha. And just washed them, wiped them down really well. And then to finish, I did a bath in a grease cutting soap. I used Dawn because that's what I have. And then I just washed it really hot, got them really dried. And then right now they've been in my box, trying to keep away from humidity because I don't want to rust before I get the solution. So let me get the parts in front of me, and then we will start that process right now. Okay, all right, to get started, we've got everything laid out on the table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with the barrel first, and then we're going to get it hung up in a box so it can prime this so we can prime this rust blue solution. So I've got a few cotton balls I borrowed from my wife. She don't know about it, don't tell her. And then we'll get started. Now, what I do know is you want to basically just about squeeze all this out. You want just a damp rag. That old guy told me, he said that when it comes to using this stuff, you can get, I want to say, almost 10 long guns out of this. So basically what I'm saying is a little goes a long way. So to start off, we're going to do long strokes. I don't know how to get you all on the camera. We'll start right here at a common point, and we will just work our way down nice and smooth till we get to where we're at. All right, all I'm doing is going straight down, trying not to overlap, trying not to smear or make a bunch of zigzag patterns, because, well, that's going to show up on the finish. We're going to hang this. We will start on this top half. What they used to do is they used to just open fire to rust blue their guns. So surely I can do this and it not be a major deal in the comforts of my home. Smoked that tripod. These things happen though. All right, gonna hang this up now. Okay, continuing on, we have the trigger guard, the trigger group assembly.
A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Why the long face?"
Start with this magazine cap. Okay, that is that, as they say. We're going to cap our solution back up, because I would probably like to use it again. It has been 2 hours. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our parts that have been hanging in this box for 2 hours. We're going to get these parts out, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to re-wipe all of them, all surfaces again, with the rust blue in solution, and then I will have this damp box on with a wet towel in the bottom, and I will try to get this up to 115, 120, and I'm going to set them in there and I'm going to dry them. But right now, reapply before we set them in there. We're about to pull these out of this damp box. We're going to put it in this steaming apparatus, and we're going to convert that red rust into blue rust. I'm going to grab the camera, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at, that way you'll know, and then we'll put it up and set it up in here, and we'll get it turned on. Okay. So you can see in my box how this has been converted. This, it's pretty much black, or red rust is what it's supposed to be. But anyway, so now we're gonna get this out and put this in this steaming apparatus. All right, tank's lit. We're starting to get a little steam built up, so I'm gonna start dropping these parts in, and then we're going to convert this red rust into that black rust that everybody looks for rust conversions. Okay, going to shut the camera off, and then after I think 15 minutes, we'll turn it back on, and then we'll look at what we got. To remove this, we're going to dry them off, and then I'm going to start carding them as it said, and I'm going to, which is basically remove the loose rust, and we'll hopefully get that black finish. So let's get started removing this. I don't know if you can see that, but it really blackened it up pretty good doing that steam. So what we're going to do, I don't even know if you can see me, but we're going to card all this rust off, and we'll go from there. It's pretty hot, not gonna lie. That's just the first pass, and it really darkened it pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. Okay, didn't have enough room to put this in, so now it's going in. Okay, we've got this set pretty high. We want it to boil or steam. We will let this do about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and check on it, okay? We're back here at my bench, and we're going to take some steel wool that has been dipped. I sprayed with blade cleaner.
Today, Junior?
I sprayed with brake cleaner, and I also dipped in naphtha just to get the oil out. These things are oil to keep them from rust. So what we'll do is I'm going to put you overhead, and you'll see all this loose rust, this loose black oxide. We're going to remove it and get this all back a smooth surface. We're going to keep darkening it until we're satisfied. All right. I'm pretty sure you can see all this on here. You can see how it's been converted and how it's really flaky. That's great. We want to remove that. So we shall start. Okay guys, I have been in here like an hour and a half, just still wooling away. I think y'all saw that last. Honestly, I don't know what to make of some of this streakiness. I can't necessarily figure out how to get out of it. I've been polishing and polishing, trying to remove it, not getting anywhere. So I don't know how that's going to look in the finish. You'll know when I know, because I will reveal it. Was pleased with the back of the receiver. I did think it turned out really good. So this is the first bluing. So I'm gonna call tonight, and we're gonna redo this whole thing again tomorrow. Then we hopefully will be done. We will see though. All right, that's all I got left of my steel wool ball. It has been emaciated. Okay, next day, yes, I'm wearing the same clothing. I do nasty stuff like that. I don't know, just felt natural. What we're going to do is we're going to take this same solution, and we're going to put it on this metal. I really think it did do good for the first pass, but we're going to damp it again, rust it up, and then steam it again and then card it all off, and we'll see what 2 applications look like. Starting off, to get this going, we will put this on with cotton ball solution, and I'm just going to speed this up because it's the exact same thing as I did the first time. Literally nothing's changed. Okay, we finally finished up. It takes about 10 or so minutes to get all these screws and these small little various parts rust blued. We're about to put it in the damp box where we will let it sit there for about an hour. I've got the heat on. I have a towel in the bottom, a wet towel to circulate some humidity. I'm keeping it around 110, 120 degrees in between that window. I do have a thermometer, and that's where that's what's about to happen now. So. All right, it's been 15 minutes of steaming. I'm gonna pull these out. Okay, guys, what we've got going on, we've done it a second time, and it is looking a lot better on the receiver. That streakiness, most of it went away. Only thing that I'm kind of concerned about is, I don't know if you can see it, but right there on this end, it gets a little faded, and then there's another mark maybe right there on this end. Other than that, this looks really good, and I almost feel like once I put the oil on it, it'll lose that. But I don't want to chance it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another rust blue on this. I may do it on this since it's, you know, all gonna go together. And then whenever I was putting the rust blue solution on it, I actually dripped some on it, and you could see it how it ended up like that. Otherwise, Otherwise, this, you can see one speck, two speck. You can see where that dripped on there. Otherwise, I think this looks really good as far as what it looked like. I'm gonna also do one more coating on this. We'll be putting the solution on this, and you've already seen it now twice. Cotton ball, the rust balloon solution, and then in the damp box, and then we steam it another time, and then we card it all off. That's the sequential order. So no reason to watch that again for a third time. So I'm just going to do it, knock it out, and then I'll report back results. Then we'll dunk it in oil and let it sit and absorb all the oil in those pores. Okay, we have finally made it to the third pass. I would say this looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Once I put this, soak it in oil for a day, it should make this really, really dark. It already is dark right now, and this is the third series of putting the rust balloon solution on, soaking in or getting the rust on it in the damp cabinet, steaming out, and then carding. So that's 4. So there we go. It, as far as I'm concerned, already looks really good. But once we get those pores soaked and covered in oil, it'll make it look really good. This trigger tang and trigger guard and this thing looks really good. I was thinking I'm gonna go put together this apparatus and get I'm gonna call it a dunk tank. But it's what I'm gonna basically let these parts soak in for a full 24 hours, maybe even 2 days. I don't know. Just depends on next time I get around to it. Also, that's what's left of my steel wool. I think I have about an hour and probably an hour and 15 minutes in this third, but it did get progressively easier each pass. There was less loose rust, so it ended up going a little easier each time. So anyways, gonna get this dunked now. Okay guys, welcome to the darkest corner of my garage, which is like literally no light. I got my tripod set up. It's what's giving us this light, and also, well, maybe my phone. Nope, my phone is not. So, work with me. It'll probably be worth it. What I've done is I've taken some 2x4s, made me a little square. I've taken some garbage bags, and I've laid them in here to where there's no holes. So you can see I've put our browning parts in the bottom here. I pulled all the plugs out of the shotgun. I've also got a cup of parts that you can see right there. There we go. All the screws, everything. So what I'm going to do is I've got some used motor oil. I haven't taken it out yet, and I'm just going to do a little bit of this right here. Fill this bad boy up. Look at that dark black motor oil. It will certainly make this. Oh, look at that. I was able to get all this covered up with just 5 quarts. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this soak overnight. Okay, perfect. All right. Almost forgot my screws. All right. Fully submersed. Everything is in. I'll top that off. All right, everything is absolutely under this oil. And what we'll do tomorrow is we'll pull this out, dry it off, and we'll start doing coats of just regular normal gun oil. From what I remember, what you want to do The reason why you don't want Remington oil or to soak it right now is because it has different kind of detergents in it, stuff that doesn't actually adhere to the oil surface. You want straight oil to absorb into these pores, into the firearm. The metal pores of the firearm. Once it absorbs that, it'll give it a darker sheen. And since used motor oil doesn't have any additives because it's all been burned up and burned out, this is about as and it's jet black, so you're going to get a little bit darker of a oil surface. So that's what I've got going on for here right now. I will check back with you tomorrow. It may be 2 days. Who knows? Like I said, I'm a man of mystery, and a man of mystery does what a man of mystery wants. So anyway, check back with you at a later, undetermined date.
The next day.
What we've got is we're finally pulling these out. They have been soaking for a day. Obviously, they're covered in oil, so we're going to pull them out one by one. Do a real-time pull and let you see what what's soaking in motor oil will do for it, and as I wipe it down. And man, oh my goodness, look at that blue. Can y'all see that? Man, that really helped it out and made it look awesome. Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. Gosh, wow. Darkened it up. Got it looking absolutely spiffy.
Huh?
It is a word I have not used in quite a long time. I'm trying to just get the bulk of the oil off so I can go get it out of the picture, and wipe some of these bigger parts down. All right, man, look at that. Wow, wow, wow. I'll put this under better light once I get back into my reloading room. Awesome. Oh man, that's too cool. All right, so continuing on, set you down right yonder. Let me do this. All right, let's pour these parts. I'm trying to do it on camera. Got me a nice little screen. I don't want to lose any parts. To the black abyss. Got one part still in there. Come on, man. Man, you really being a rascal, britches. Well, that got really slippery, so I'm gonna set you out of the picture. Let you drain a little. Oh no! There were screws down in there. Oh no! All right, we'll get a magnet. It really ain't a huge, crazy issue. All right. Here's our receiver. Oh, this is definitely oily. I'm making a mess. Let's see what this receiver looks like. Oh, wow. Oh, man, man, man. I don't know if y'all can see this exactly like I can, but oh my goodness, I am really impressed. Get some more paper towels. This is out of control. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. This really did awesome. All right. I'm going to get this wiped off, and I will bring it on the bench, and we'll look at it together. It's going to have to drip a little bit. Thought I felt the screw. All right, we'll deal with it here in a little bit. Let's check this barrel out. Let's see if we can get it to drain. All right, can y'all see? Wow. Made in Belgium. All right, let me get set up in my gun room, and I'll get these wiped off, and then we'll show you what they look like in good light. Okay, guys, this is the final product. What we've got is blued metal. It was rust blued, and I've wiped all the motor oil off, and I put a coat of gun oil on it. These are some of my screw ups. You can see this that goes in the mag tube at the bottom to help push the shells out. What I think I did was I went back over it with a cotton swab after I already went over it. But you can see everything looks pretty dark and black. So trigger looks wonderful. It's a standard trigger, not a sweet 16. So it didn't come with the gold. Doesn't have the milling out. Some of these screws, a lot of them turned out really amazing as well. So showing some of these on these set screws. Really nice. Here's the receiver. I got the fingerprints on it a little bit, so some of that I'm looking at, I'm not happy to see. You know, I like to touch my stuff, so. Anyway, we'll keep the gun oil on it. What I did like was that I was able to pretty much repair that. If you've seen the third video in this 4-part video series, you remember there was a significant rust spot. It had a heavy pitting right there. I was able to pretty much repair it and save most of it. All right, the barrel. See the made in Belgium somewhere. If I come across it again, I'll let you know. There it is. Made in Belgium. Ooh. So this is what it looks like up close. My little fingerprints all over it. All right, that's what rust bluing. This is the rust bluing portion of this gun series. Anyways, that's that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to assemble it so you can see the finished and final product.
The B4. The after.
Alright, congratulations. You made it to the end of the video. This was a 4-part series, so I hope you've checked out the other 3 videos that are in this series. If anything, hopefully you've learned what not to do by learning through my mistakes. I hope it showcases my love of vintage shotguns and old firearms in general. And I also hope that you also know what your Savior Jesus Christ has done for you. And if you don't, well, just reach out to me. I'd love to tell you about it. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for checking out this video. Go with Christ, brother.
Thank you for watching. Please consider watching the next video in the series. I love you guys.